What you're about to play is the Clockwork Mansion mission from Dishonored 2, they told me. When you begin the mission, head inside and you'll see a beautiful, sprawling mansion that you can explore. When I began the mission, I turned around and I went away from the mansion. And more than just allowing me to do that, the game rewarded me for it. Dishonored 2 feels fantastic. Ahead of the EB Games Expo in Sydney this week, I got 3 hours with Arkane's new game, playing as both Corvo and Emily, and it was everything I thought it would be. The world design is brilliant, reminding you at every turn that the Empire is a dangerous, horrid blend of steampunk and magic. Blood flies replace rat swarms as the new super gross menace, fitting in wonderfully with the otherwise gorgeous, more Mediterranean architecture of Karnaca. If Dunmore was an industrial London, Karnaca could be a whale-dependent Barcelona. Something I noticed immediately was that it's easier to traverse the environment as Emily than it is as Corvo. Just take a look at this jump from Corvo's perspective, using the blink ability from the first game. Now check it out using Emily's Far Reach. Emily grabs and pulls herself across a gap with her power, maintaining momentum, which carries her forward after her Far Reach. Corvo, on the other hand, teleports to a position a few microns above his target and then lands, robbing him of the forward motion he might have gained while sprinting and jumping forward. As a result, it took me more than a few attempts to get across the gap as Corvo. It didn't help that I was also struggling with playing on a controller. I'd most recently played the original on PC. The Clockwork Mansion is the star of this mission though, and after my brief sojourn in the area beyond, the mansion is where I made my way. Owned by master inventor Kirin Jindosh and used to house a captive Anton Sokolov, who you might remember from the first game, the mansion is deceptively small at first. You can get from your objective, Jindosh himself, to the front door in about 30 seconds actually. But the level opens up when you pull a switch in the initial lobby. Jindosh has created a multi-layered house designed to change at the pull of a lever. You're able to move through everything, even the walls and floors, as you try to uncover its secrets. One thing you might notice is how I'm having an easy time with enemies in this build. Part of it is because I'm actually the world's greatest video gamer, of course. But a larger part is due to the fact that this build has been made easier a little. Because this is being shown at a convention, there are fewer enemies than you might expect, and the enemies are a little more forgiving. We weren't given an option for difficulty, but I guarantee you it was on easy. Still, the Clockwork soldiers promise to be imposing foes. They can see both forwards and backwards, which means sneaking up on them is hard. Or it would be if you weren't one of 2 magic assassins, and the easiest way to handle them is to kill them before they're even activated. And that can only be accomplished if nobody is alarmed while near them. They're actually robust enemies. They have a bunch of weak points you can attack to disable them in different ways. Shoot the head and they will simply attack anybody nearby, friend or foe. They have weak points in their joints as well, which you can attack to take out their legs or remove their scary arm blades. Research I found while skulking about the mansion indicated that you could also specifically rewire them to treat you as a friend and everyone else as a foe, but I wasn't able to find out how to do that no matter how hard I tried. The great thing about the mansion is that it doesn't just allow you to explore, it actively encourages it. You flat out want to try and work your way into the floors, the walls, the alternate rooms, and the hidden electrified crawl spaces.
If you're there, I have to warn you. That area is not safe. Not meant for human passage.
The level is designed in a way where exploration is critical to progress. But as you explore Jindosh's mansion, you begin to understand how deep the level design goes. One thing of note, and it's something I think is characteristic of open world games like Dishonored, but it's the way the game allows you to fail and still succeed. Confusing, right? Take this puzzle for example. To solve it, as I do as Emily. All I need to do is break the boards on the pressure plates to change the layout so I can get in and out. But prior to working out that specific solution, I, as Corvo, went about it in a different, much dumber, much more agile way.
I must admit, I'm quite curious.
And the game allowed me to do that. My solution didn't allow me to exit, so I still actually had to solve it to get out. But I love that the game is malleable enough to allow you to skillfully Mr. Magoo your way through it. With gorgeous artwork, fantastic systems-driven gameplay, and level design as good as, maybe better than, the original game, I'm hanging out for November 11. Now, if we could just get them start spelling Dishonored correctly. Thanks for joining me. I'm Joby. In case you didn't know, hit like and subscribe and tell your friends and all of that. You can read the full script for this over on AusGamers.com. And if you'd like to listen to me talk about games more, I host Australia's longest running games podcast, the GA podcast, which you can find out more about on thegapodcast.com. I'll catch you next time. Bye.
Besides,